Howdy TubeUbers. Tonight's video is about a certain company that puts out films. I don't buy a lot of their stuff because I find them to be really expensive. In fact, they're probably the most expensive movies um, in like your basic stores. Like you can find them at Best Buys and FYEs and whatnot. But I just think they're really expensive. And there's not a ton of films that they put out that I'm a big fan of. They have a certain batch, which I have a lot of the ones I like, and there's a couple more out there I'd like to get. But even like when they're on sale, whether it's on Barnes and Noble or just whatever, I still find them to be uh, just a little bit expensive for some of the ones they have with special feature wise. Some of them just don't cut the mustard, as I say. And that's the Criterion collection. So I'm just going to show the ones that I have right now, and then I'll tell you about a couple others that I would like to have at some point. First off, we have Ingmar Bergman's The Seventh Seal. This one has pretty good special features. It's actually a 2-disc one. You get the movie with a bunch of stuff, of course, commentaries and stuff. Then you get like an 83-minute documentary on Bergman. So, not bad for special features. Forbidden Games, basically about a couple little kids during wartime. The child stars in this are actually honored with a special Foreign Language Academy Award in 1952 just for their performances. Not really any great special features, but just a great film. Charade, Cary Grant, Audrey Hepburn. I always call this the best movie that Hitchcock never made. This is just a really delicious little dark comedy thriller with great performances all around. Once again, not really any special features that are worth hollering about, but just a really fun film all around. The Friends of Eddie Coyle with Robert Mitchum. Probably one of the best films to take place in Boston, and it's basically just a bunch of underworld mobster guys and snitches and everything else. Just an awesome story, great performances in this film. Easily one of the best like mobster type films I think ever made right here. Fantastic. And another Robert Mitchum, definitely one of his best performances, The Night of the Hunter. This is really fantastic film by Charles Laughton, the only film that Charles Laughton ever did, because when it came out it got such shitty reviews that he was just like, basically, I'm never doing this again. I can't put up with that. Fantastic special features on this. It's 2-disc. Disc 1 is absolutely loaded. All kinds of archival footages, audio commentary, new interviews, gallery of sketches, tons of stuff on this, plus a second disc, which is a 2.5-hour just treasure trove of outtakes and behind-the-scenes footage called the Charles Laughton Diaries, The Night of the Hunter. Loaded with special features. I wish all Criterions were loaded like this one is. This one's actually the Blu-ray. This is the only Blu-ray Criterion I have. One of the ones I just got my wife for her birthday, and that's the French film Rififi. This has a fantastic plot, fantastic acting. I first saw this back in January when it was on a TCM, and ever since then it's been stuck in my head. There's like a half-hour scene basically of just some like ambient music and the tools of these guys breaking into this bank and whatnot. Fantastic. This movie has been copied so many times from when it was released, and back in '55. It's been copied by like every type of bank heist, crime drama type thing released. Since then, there's pieces that people have taken out of this film. Awesome, fantastic film. You need to see this film. And then the last one of the collection, Peter Lorre, M 1931. There's also a remake version of this that came out in the 50s that actually I have never been able to find. I don't think it ever got any type of release anywhere, but I'd like to see that too. This is a 2-disc feature. This has a really good audio commentary on this. Has a 50-minute film by William Friedkin called Conversation with Fritz Lang. And some other cool stuff, interviews and whatnot with producers, still galleries behind the scenes. Basically, Peter Lorre is like a child molester, pedophile. Absolutely fantastic performances. I absolutely love Peter Lorre. I think he is one of the all-time greats. His old Popeyes, just fantastic. So that's all the Criterions I have. Some of the other ones that are on my list that I would like to own, a really funky, cool monster-type film called Equinox, the Emilio Estevez Repo Man, another great film from the 80s, basically like cannibal-type thing called Eating Raoul. Those are some of the ones I'd really, really like to have. I just gotta wait for the price to be right on them. Every time I go to a store in town here, I kind of look for them, but I don't have much luck finding them. So I think that's the only ones left on my list. Repo Man, Equinox, Eating Raoul, and yeah, maybe somewhere down the road, Two-Lane Blacktop, and Repulsion, but by Roman Polanski. Really cool film. But I'd say my top 3 would be Repo Man, and Eating Raoul. No, maybe just my top 2. Would be Eating Raoul and Repo Man. Those are the next 2 I'd really like to have in the collection. So, there we go. There's my video. Comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Cheers.